The team at Military Flashpoint has conducted an extensive review of this pivotal event, and our analysis reveals a blueprint for how a nation can effectively prepare for the complex, multifaceted challenges of the 21st century. The Gergovie exercise was groundbreaking in its design and scope. Instead of focusing on a single, predictable scenario, it forced participants to navigate a series of escalating threats across the diverse terrains of the Puy-de-Dôme and Allier regions. The central theme was crisis management, a concept that acknowledges that future conflicts are just as likely to involve hostile crowds and mass casualty events as they are traditional military engagements. The inclusion of two distinct yet interconnected scenarios, a civil disturbance and a terrorist attack, was the key to the exercise's value. It compelled the participating forces to transition between different operational protocols and command structures, a crucial skill in an era defined by fluid and unpredictable threats. The initial phase of the exercise was a detailed simulation of crowd control and asset protection. The French Army's 92nd Infantry Regiment, affectionately known as the Gaulois, was given the primary responsibility of securing a perimeter around a vital building. Their mission was to establish a cordon, prevent a simulated civilian population from breaching the restricted area, and redirect them to a safe zone. This initial action was a critical test of the Army's ability to act as a stabilizing force in an urban environment. As one officer explained, the Army's role was to provide the robust, disciplined presence necessary to create a secure perimeter. This created a controlled environment, a foundation upon which the Gendarmerie could then safely and effectively operate. This urban-centric training is a strategic imperative, acknowledging that future security challenges will often be fought in densely populated areas, requiring a high degree of precision and restraint. The Gendarmerie's role within this framework was perfectly complementary. As a unique hybrid force with both military standing and law enforcement authority, the Gendarmerie is uniquely equipped to handle the complexities of civil-military operations. A Gendarmerie commander highlighted their role as providing specialized savoir-faire expertise when the situation transitioned from a conventional military problem to one involving civil unrest or a law enforcement response. This included dealing with hostile protesters who support the opposing faction, or, in a more serious scenario, responding to a mass shooting event. This clear division of labor is a strategic masterpiece. The Army uses its combat power to stabilize and secure, while the Gendarmerie applies its specialized training in de-escalation, crowd management, and legal protocols to manage the civilian dimension of the crisis. This synergy maximizes the effectiveness of each force and prevents the kind of mission creep that can lead to miscalculations and tragic outcomes. One of the most innovative and impactful aspects of the Gergovie exercise was the dedication to realism. The inclusion of actors disguised as hostile protesters was a key component. This was not about creating a simple training exercise. It was about recreating the unpredictability and emotional chaos of a real-world situation. The goal was to put the security forces face-to-face with delicate situations in the presence of a civilian population. This immersive environment forced soldiers and gendarmes to make split-second decisions under duress, weighing the use of force against the need to protect civilian life. It challenged them to navigate complex rules of engagement, maintain situational awareness in a chaotic environment, and communicate effectively amidst the noise and confusion. This level of realism ensures that the training is not just a theoretical exercise, but a practical test of a force's ability to think, adapt, and operate under extreme pressure. The cornerstone of the entire operation was coordination and preparation. This was a recurring theme in the debriefs and a point of pride for the commanders. The seamless exchange of information was crucial. Command and control links were established at every level, from the highest-ranking command posts to the smallest tactical squads. The meticulous planning phase, or préparation de la mission en amont, was universally considered the key phase of the entire exercise. This planning included detailed discussions on positioning, communication protocols, and even the nuances of technical terminology. The exercise revealed that while the French Army and Gendarmerie do not use the exact same lexicon, they share common operational procedures, such as the order cycle, which allowed them to quickly achieve mutual understanding. This demonstrated that with sufficient preparation, two distinct state bodies could function as a single, highly efficient unit. The ability to bridge these institutional divides is a hallmark of a mature and effective security apparatus. The second scenario, a simulated mass casualty event, underscored the critical role of multi-agency cooperation. In this phase, the military provided outer perimeter security, the Gendarmerie executed the close quarters counterterrorism response, and the Allier Fire Department, SDIS-03, was brought in to provide critical medical aid. This layered approach, from military intervention to law enforcement to emergency medical services, is the modern gold standard for managing complex terror threats. It is a system designed to protect life by first neutralizing the threat, then ensuring the scene is secure, and finally providing immediate care to the wounded. This sequence of actions, executed flawlessly in the simulation, is a powerful demonstration of the lessons learned from past tragedies and a forward-looking approach to future threats. In conclusion, the Gergovie exercise represents a monumental leap forward in France's national security doctrine. It moves beyond theoretical discussions of inter-service cooperation and into a practical, hands-on application that addresses the complex realities of modern conflict. The lessons learned from this drill, particularly the emphasis on integrated planning, multi-agency communication, and the tactical specialization of each force, will be invaluable in preparing France for the hybrid threats of the 21st century. The military Flashpoint team believes that this exercise sets a new global standard for joint training, serving as a model for other nations seeking to enhance their own crisis response capabilities. It is a powerful example of how a nation can leverage its diverse security assets to create a unified, adaptable, and highly effective crisis response capability. The face of modern conflict is rapidly evolving, blurring the lines between conventional warfare and domestic security. In a bold and strategic move to address this new reality, the French Armed Forces recently conducted a multi-agency exercise known as Gergovie. This was not a typical military drill. It was a sophisticated, 4-day simulation designed to test the seamless integration and operational cohesion of the French Army, the National Gendarmerie, and local emergency services.